Hey, I'm Jim Trick.
And I'm Brant Menswar. We are the authors of Rock and Roll With It, Overcoming the Challenge of Change.
I was 430 pounds, trapped in a body and a career and a life from which I thought that there was no escape.
I had a 14-year-old son who was diagnosed suddenly with a rare blood cancer, and they told us he wasn't going to make it, but we found the solutions needed for him to have a happy, healthy life.
Together, we've created an 8-week program to help you create a life that rocks. So the ACDC method is designed to, in 8 weeks, teach you how to move from where you currently are to where you want to be. And it could really be in any area of your life.
That's right. It's going to teach you how to figure out what matters most to you personally in your life. What are those non-negotiables? What are those core values that we can build a foundation so that the rest of your life is lived with deliberate intention?
And how do you direct your feelings, right? How do you move past limiting beliefs and that cycle of thoughts that run through your heads that create obstacles that keep you from getting to where you want to be?
Yeah.
I mean, it could be your relationships,
Yep.
could be your career, it could be your physical health.
That's right. Maybe getting a little more in fit, maybe losing some weight. Maybe it's finding the courage to start a new career. Maybe it's
Picking up the pieces after catastrophic loss and grief and mourning.
That's right. You know, the ACDC method is really designed to make sure that you live the life that you want to live. And a lot of the courses that are out there right now want to sort of cram you into a prepackaged sort of process or a prepackaged program that sort of doesn't account for you and what matters to you and what works for you personally.
You know, Oscar Wilde famously said, "Be yourself, because everybody else is already taken." And in the history of the universe, there's never going to be another one of you. And we need you to carve out the life that you actually want.
That's right. This course is designed to give you the hands-on help that you're going to need to take you from where you are to where you want to go. We conducted a survey when we released our book, Rock and Roll With It, to try to figure out what people were struggling with to make meaningful change in their life. And we were pretty surprised by the results. The third most popular thing that is stopping people from achieving meaningful change in their life was fear.
And we thought it would be a little bit higher. I actually thought that it would be number one. And what we've come to realize is that fear is a feeling. And for most of us, we fear the unknown, and we also fear what we think will happen if we actually try to finally step into the lives that we want. One of the things the ACDC method does is it talks about how to direct your feelings without avoiding them and without holding on to them too tightly.
Yeah, it really helps you deal with uncertainty, which is one of the major things that causes us to stop pushing forward towards that meaningful change. It also deals with vulnerability, because we have to be willing to be vulnerable in order to ask those questions and get those answers that are actually going to be meaningful answers that we can hold on to get to where we want to go.
The ACDC method invites you into that space in a safe, clear, powerful way. So the second thing that holds people back from creating the lives that they really want is
money. It's money. So we wanted to address that head on. For us, we wanted to make this as affordable as possible. We're coffee drinkers. We're guys who go down and grab a latte or grab a cappuccino
or four.
You know. And for us, we said, what if we make a little sacrifice? What if we sacrificed for ourselves 1 cup of coffee a day and said, you know what? What if we reinvested that back into ourselves?
Yeah. So where the programs that we've looked at have cost sometimes in the thousands of dollars, we have priced the ACDC method 8 weeks to creating a life that rocks at $247.
Only $247, Jim?
But act now and you get a potato peeler. Just kidding, there is no potato peeler.
No, listen, we wanted to just remove that barrier right up front, make this as affordable as we possibly can. It's 8 weeks of instruction. It's
40 days.
4 hours worth of material that you can go through, and it's gonna make sure that you're able to dig into those personal reasons as to why you want and need that change in your life.
So the last thing, the top thing in our survey that people said was holding them back from creating the change they want and thus the life that they want is discipline.
Yeah. You know, discipline is one of those things that a lot of courses talk about, but don't really help you understand where it comes from or how to actually develop it.
Like money, we know that we need it, but for so many people, how to actually get it, it's a mystery. Discipline is the same. We all say, oh, I wish that I was more disciplined. The ACDC method answers the question, where does discipline come from? And how do we cultivate it consistently to move our lives from where they currently are to where they want to be? And the cool thing about the ACDC method is over the course of the 8 weeks, you're gonna focus on that one specific part of your life that maybe you've wanted to change for decades.
Yeah, completely focused to make sure that you don't try to bite off more than you can chew. We want you to be deliberate with your intention. We want to make sure that you have that one particular thing because that's what we're going to judge the success of this course on.
And what you're going to learn about change and creating the life that you want is that this method will apply to any area of your life that comes up. Once you've gone through the course, you're going to have a new way of understanding change. Ultimately, we believe that you can't change anything until you change the way you think about change.
Yes. It's going to help you define your why first, because that's really important for us to tap into. But then we actually are going to give you some real actions, some real strategy to creating in the music world what we would call a set list. And this set list is designed to start comfortably, but really push you to a place where you can become the original rock star that you deserve to be.
Look, for the last 20 years, we've been traveling around the world performing original music, but it's always been important to us to use music for more than just entertainment. So the reason that we've called it the ACDC method is because we want to connect your heads and hearts in a powerful way that's not only transformative, but fun.
What? Fun? How can you do personal development and have fun?
You can with the ACDC method.
That's exactly right. We wanted it to be something that you look forward to every week. We wanted it to be something that kept your attention, that kept your focus, but also tapped into that piece of your heart that really is those deep down rooted feelings. And I don't know of a better way than music to actually get there.
40 days of aha moments, light bulb moments where you look at what you learn, you engage it, and you say, I can do this. I can actually do this. We're going to redefine success for you. We're going to redefine fulfillment for you. And we're going to set you on a path to a life that's extraordinary.
So you're probably wondering, how do I get it? How do I get it? How do I get it?
I was wondering, Brant, how do I get it?
What you need to do is you need to go to changewhat'spossible.com and go ahead and find the course, the ACDC method. Go ahead and click on that and register. It's just that simple. We wanted to make it so easy that there was no excuse you could give us, because remember, we are the kings of excuses.
Oh boy.
No excuses. Changewhat'spossible.com, the ACDC method, 8 weeks to a life that rocks, and we cannot wait to walk on this journey with you.
Next year is going to be amazing. Changewhat'spossible.com and rock and roll with it.